You've looked into mirrors your whole life, but what if one day the person staring back wasn't you anymore? Mirrors are simple objects, right? Harmless, ordinary. But what if I told you they might be something else entirely? Something watching, waiting, and hungry? This story is about Sam, someone who discovered the horrifying truth about a mirror in their new apartment. What started as a strange flicker of light became a descent into terror, a tale you'll never forget. Sam had just moved into a charming, if slightly worn apartment in an old building downtown. It was perfect for their fresh start. Hardwood floors, vintage fixtures, and a massive antique mirror built into the bedroom wall. The landlord had joked, "That mirror's older than me. It's seen some things." Sam chuckled at the time, but now those words felt different. It began with small things. Sam would catch flickers of movement in the mirror, just out of the corner of their eye. A flash of something that disappeared the moment they turned to look directly. They dismissed it as shadows, tricks of light. After all, the apartment had those old, rattling windows that made the curtains flutter. But then the flickers turned into something else. One evening, while brushing their teeth, Sam noticed their reflection blink when they didn't. A slow, deliberate blink. They froze, toothbrush mid-air. The reflection stood there smirking, not moving, not copying, just staring. Sam started avoiding the mirror altogether, throwing a sheet over it during the day and keeping the bedroom door shut at night. But no matter how hard they tried, the feeling of being watched wouldn't go away. The apartment felt colder, doors creaked open on their own, and always, there was that faint hum, like static, emanating from the bedroom. Then came the messages. One morning, Sam found words scrawled across the mirror, written in what looked like condensation, though the air was dry as a bone. "I see you." The next night, "Let me out." Sam tried cleaning the mirror, scrubbing it with everything they could find, but the words kept reappearing. Finally, they called a friend, Julia, to stay the night. Julia, a self-proclaimed skeptic, laughed it off. "You've been watching too many horror movies," she said. But when Julia walked into the bedroom to inspect the mirror, her laughter stopped. "Hey, Sam, come look at this." Sam hesitated, but they had to know. Together, they stared into the mirror. At first, it showed nothing unusual, just their reflections. But as they stepped closer, the surface rippled like water, distorting their images into grotesque shapes. Julia gasped, stepping back. That's not normal," she whispered. That night, Julia slept on the couch, insisting they call someone to remove the mirror. But before morning came, Sam woke to the sound of shattering glass. Rushing to the bedroom, they found Julia gone and the mirror perfectly intact. Desperate, Sam called in a specialist, an old man with a reputation for dealing with unusual items. He examined the mirror, his face growing pale as he muttered something about a vessel and a price paid long ago. He warned Sam to stay away from it, but by then it was too late. That night, Sam woke to the sound of whispers, dozens of voices, pleading, crying, laughing. The bedroom door creaked open on its own, revealing the mirror, glowing faintly in the dark. Against every instinct, Sam approached. This time, the reflection didn't just move on its own, it stepped out. Sam stumbled back as their doppelganger emerged from the glass, identical, but with dark, empty eyes and a cruel smile. "Finally," it said in a voice that wasn't quite Sam's. Before they could react, the doppelganger lunged, pulling Sam into the mirror. The last thing Sam saw before the glass solidified was their own body, now under the control of the doppelganger, grinning back at them. Sam's fate was sealed. Trapped in the mirror, they could only watch as their reflection, or whatever had taken its place, lived their life. The specialist's warning echoed in their mind. A vessel needs to be filled, and now it's your turn. As for the mirror, it remains in that apartment, waiting for its next victim. So, the next time you catch something in the corner of your eye, don't look too closely. You might not like what you see. If this story gave you chills, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next tale of terror. And if you've ever experienced something eerie with a mirror, share your story in the comments.